Ah yes, the start of any good nautical misadventure begins with a splash. Meet Sarah Ann, my gallant little wooden boat, and today she's embarking on a trip that will involve beauty, calm, camaraderie, and my whole life flashing before my eyes. We launched into the inky black waters of the Huon River, dark as Guinness, courtesy of the tannins flowing down from the southwest wilderness. Delicious to look at, slightly unnerving to fall into. I've arrived here at Huonville at the boat ramp, and it's going to take me about half an hour to rig.
I don't mind saying I roll out of bed and I roll up.
First stop, Croom's Landing. I spent a couple of nights here in the company of some absolutely stunning traditional sailboats and their owners, who, much like their boats, were lovely, timeless, and slightly creaky in the mornings. Quickly, tell me about Wanderer.
Wanderer 3, built by David Jones at Triabunna, launched in '39 for Harold Milliken, the funeral director. Other than that, I've had it for 45 years with my family and used it with our kids growing up. My kids are as old as a boat.
Moving as I am out through seas unknown. Don't break no promises, sing in a key that your body believes. Ooh, I'm making my way out of the city. I need more time in the garden. Beautiful morning.
Anthony's landing here. Bought his flotilla for a while. I've left the car there, so this will be a return trip to here. So I'm heading down the Huon River towards the mouth of the Huon into Doncaster Channel, and from there I'm going to go into Dover.
Lead me through the deep valleys, through the coldest of nights. Make the way clear and straight to the dawn's early light. Lead me to the still waters, flowing by fields of peace, where the shadows hold no dangers, and my fears and my troubles cease. It's a narrow road.
The Cartilla is 120 years old. If I make it that age and only need a bit of pumping out and structural reinforcement, I'll consider that a win. She's being refloated soon, patched up, and no doubt given a stern talking to. With the new engine purring like a cat that's just eaten a spark plug and a shiny modified propeller, I chugged confidently down the river. Frankly, it was suspiciously smooth, something that I felt was bound to change.
Very good. It was stalling going into gear and causing me a lot of grief. So I got the angle grinder out and ground 1/4 of an inch off the circumference. It's beautiful now. Everybody said no, don't do it. It's perfect. I found a guy online. He said I had a big motor cruiser, and he said I took 4 inches off my props with the angle grinder while it was on there. I thought, that's my kind of man.
Good one. We'll have a good cruise.
So here I am on Andy's mooring at Signet Yacht Club, just over there. The yellow one there's Rebecca. She's over 100 years old, a cooter boat, sailed regularly by Samson and his mates. I've just skipped breakfast and lunch, and so there's nothing like a can of bristling sardines to take the edge off your hunger. I'm sitting on the mooring here now down at Signet after having motored all the way from Huonville. Now the good side of that is that it gave a good test to the motor, and it's running absolutely beautifully, not stalling when it goes into gear anymore. And I might even take another 1/4 inch off the circumference of the propeller blades, despite all the conventional wisdom. I'm not getting much of a run with sailing, I'm afraid. There was a very light and fluky breeze when I started out, and I knew that I was going to be against the clock to get down here, so I didn't pull the sails up, and then that swung around to being a southerly of about 5 knots on the nose, so there was no sailing in those conditions. And so I've motored all the way in here to Signet, and I'm sitting on Andy Bullock's mooring. I met him as he was leaving. He's going off to attend the funeral of the founder of the Tasmanian School of Wooden Boating. Then you set that in there, and you put that on there, and that's it, done. Come back in 20 minutes time. Done. No washing up, no selection process, no confusion between types and flavours, just get the one on top. So I think I might have lost my right eyebrow when I tried to blow that trend gear out. I'll show you how this part is done. So just a reminder, stage 1 is put it in the saucepan. Stage 2, pour it out of the plastic bag. No fancy pasta, no rice, no nothing. Just open the bag, pour it in the bowl, and eat it. And that is the end of the process.
In medieval times, fear of the sea was peddled by scholars, yes, the clever ones, who warned of monsters lurking in the inky deep, ready to rise up and swallow your boat and your mates whole. Total nonsense, of course. We all know that sea monsters aren't real. Or are they? Because frankly, nothing strikes terror into a sailor's heart like a tipped-over portaloo in a rolling swell, slathering its contents around your cabin like Jackson Pollock on a curry bender. Utter horror. Well, that's not good. Portaloo on its side. So I'm sitting here drying out near the mouth of the Huon River, where I just got walloped by an unexpected 25 knots that came down the river while I was under full sail. It was very dramatic. I couldn't get the sails down easily on my own. And then, of course, there's a fair bit of fetch across there, so the waves started to mount up, and I managed to get the sails down and secure them, and then had to punch back into it for about half an hour, so I could get into this little protected cove here where I found a really nice mooring, and I was able to strip everything off and hang it out. And then, lo and behold, the rain front that came through didn't strike us. The sun came out, everything's drying out, and life's wonderful again. Sarah Ann is actually sitting on the bottom there at the moment. So I'm hoping that the tide charts are accurate and that tide will soon turn around and come back in, because she'd take a bit of pushing off from there. Looks absolutely idyllic. It looks absolutely idyllic here, and it is, but it's quite deceptive about what's going on out there in the D'Entrecasteaux Channel. That morning I had raised the sails goose-winged, sails out on both sides, dead downwind, light breeze, and frankly it was bliss. Then the wind built up from a sedate 5 to 10 knots to 15. Sarah Ann was surfing and I was grinning like an idiot. I should have reefed, but I didn't, because I'm clever like that. And then force 7 near gale, and I was solo, headsail still flying. Couldn't go forward. It was like trying to do a ballet routine on a trampoline in an earthquake. I was surfing along at 7 knots. Now she's only got a boat speed of 5. And then I broached, laid flat on the water with my headsail backwinded. So, no, I didn't quite make it to Dover, but I had an unforgettable journey, learned a few things the soggy way, and Sarah Ann sailed on like a champ. As for me, I'll be back too, hopefully this time with reefed sails. I skipped past the School of Wood and Boat Building on the way down past Franklin, but I'm certainly not going to miss out on the way up. But on the way back up, I'm going to take the time to check out some of their projects there, including a very interesting H12.5 from which I think Sarah Ann inherited some of her lines. I also take a look at a very well-known little blue boat here in Tasmania. Subscribing is a very simple thing that you can do that helps me to keep the videos coming. And if you click on the notification bell, you'll be notified when my next video gets published. I'm going to be talking to some local boat building identities on the Huon River. Tell us all your life life stories. And
Oh, we haven't got that
there
long.
you go.
So this is called Crooney's Landing.
Crooney's Landing.
Crooney's.
Crooney's Landing.
Crooney's, oh
On
right.
the sea.
Yeah.
So the sea, Crooney's Landing.
Yeah, it's not on the map yet, but
Not on
after
the
I
map.
publish this
On the
video,
bloody
it
map.
probably
Yeah.
will be on the map.
Any day now.